this society was formed objecting to a lot of the changes that were made in the Vatican II Council. And this is one kind of critique that I think Protestants have and Orthodox Protestants have in general of the Roman Catholic Church is that the claim that they make that they to have an infallible teaching authority, infallible magisterium, is kind of undermined when you look at the teachings of the magisterium and the Vatican. The Second Vatican Council is a great example of that because it undermined and contradicted a lot of, well, at least from the outside, we can say this. I think the Roman Catholics would say otherwise, but it undermined and contradicted Roman Catholic teaching that had been long-standing for centuries. If you compare Vatican II to the Council of Trent, it's night and day. These are not. It does not seem like these are the same. This is the same church. It's a very different church. And so in the society, SSPX have recognized that and said, well, we want to stay Roman Catholic. And so they have rejected a lot of the changes of Vatican II. For example, Vatican II recognizes Protestants as separated brethren. Where before that, the language about Protestants was, you're all going to hell. Unless you are in the ark of the Roman Catholic Church and under the authority of the Pope and taking sacraments given from priests who are under bishops in apostolic succession as defined by papal decree, you're not a Christian. You're an apostate, and you need to come back into the real church. So, but after Vatican II, we become separated brethren, and the liturgical changes that came along with Vatican II were also kind of dramatic. Where you had this, we've been to a Tridentine Mass, I think, I think it was Tridentine. It wasn't Latin. It wasn't just
Yeah,
Latin.
it was Latin.
We
Yeah,
saw
it was very fancy.
very, well, that the North Ordo, new order,
Salutis,
new Salutis.
the
No,
Nordus Ordo. There's so many Novo Ordo Amoris.
it's a new liturgy they have is very different than the the Trent liturgy that was in play before that. So this society is rejecting all of that and trying to preserve that older tradition. And now I would say that both those traditions, both Vatican II and the SSPX, are wrong because I think that the Protestant Reformation retained Catholicity. It went back to the patristics and, of course, to the scriptures and retained the Catholicity that was being obscured by late medieval scholasticism. But that's a different argument. The thing that stands out is in this controversy is that people like Father James Martin, who is openly affirming, and the German bishops, led, I think Cardinal Marx is a German too. I don't know if he's a cardinal or a bishop, but Marx leads the German bishops. They have been blessing same-sex unions using the fiducia supplicans,
Where you bless the people in the
yeah,
relationship, but not of
they've
the
actually been
relationship.
blessing the
Because
relationship.
fiducious,
Right.
yeah,
And the Pope said you can't do that, but there's been no subsequent discipline at all. There's been no discipline of these
right.
people. The bishop is the Pope has said you need to be, don't do that. We don't want to focus too much on sex or anything, so we're not going to
Yeah,
make a big deal about it. But and Pope Francis famously said, "Who am I to judge?" You're literally the
yeah.
Pope. You
I feel
claim to
like
be the vicar of Christ on earth. So of all people, if the claims